Hi guys, today I'm coming to you with my Star Labs jumper here from the TV show The Flash. If you haven't seen that, I love it. But today I wanted to do my year 2 update at the Open University. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, I'll link them below if you want to know how to start, how to enroll and all that stuff. That's all covered in my previous videos, but like I said, this is an update. I started my journey at the Open University last year, so this is my second year, but I've changed my plans a little bit. If you guys have seen those videos that I did previously, you would know that I said I was planning on doing it in 4 years. So full-time is 3 years, part-time is supposed to be 6, and even though I'm doing it part-time, I thought I could do it in 4 years. I've been looking a lot more into it, and the way that you get your class, your degree class I guess, the type of degree that you get at the end, if you want to get a first, it's actually trickier to get a first degree than it is at a regular university, and they have different rules and things. So the way that it works is that the most important grades are your level 3 ones, then level 2 and level 1st don't count. So level 3 count double and level 2 count once, I guess. It's very weird. If you have questions about that, let me know in the comments. Also, any questions about anything, just let me know. It's all on their website, but it's very tricky and it took me a while to figure out. My boyfriend helped me figure it out because I was very confused about it. Yeah, basically you need better grades on your 3rd and 2nd years. So I decided to extend my journey an extra year and do it in 5 because this year my level 2 class is a lot more challenging. So I decided, for the sake of getting a better degree at the end, I would just extend it another year. I mean, I'm already going to be way older than normal people are when they finish university when I finish this. So might as well extend it 1 year and possibly get a better degree. The classes that I'm taking this year, if you want to know the modules, are... So MST 125 is still level 1 class. It counts as 30 credits. And then my science class, my physics class, which is S217. And it's only online. So MST 125, I have books like this ones. They look like the ones that I showed from MST 124 because they're kind of the same. They're like a big maths module divided in 2, I guess. So MST 125 is a maths module. You get 4 books and you do activities there. You also have your online website thing, online website of course. With all your weeks and all your planners and stuff like that, you have a few different ICMAs and then some TMAs as well. And then S217 is purely online, so all the contents are online. You can download PDFs with all the content except for the videos and all the interactive things, so I do suggest doing it online anyway, unless you're traveling or you want to have a physical copy with you for some other reason, but I do recommend just doing it online and taking notes. You only have TMAs on that one and some quizzes that don't really count towards it, but you need to do them for the TMAs, but the grading those doesn't really count. You just have to do them, doesn't matter whatever you get on them. Both of them have exams at the end of the year. MST 125 is a multiple choice, S217 isn't, so I'm a bit worried. I don't know how that's gonna go because I typically don't do that well on exams, but fingers crossed. Also, for MST 125, everything counts towards your overall grade at the end, but on S217, only your TMA 4 and your exam count towards your degree. If you get a distinction on that class, it's only based on your exam and TMA 4. The rest don't count towards that distinction, but you do need to do well on them because you do need a percentage to be good on both TMAs and exam, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like, you do need to have both okay, but only your TMA 4 and final exam count towards your grade on that class. On MST 125, you can take your little handbook with your notes on it to the exam, but on S2 117 you don't do that. What you do is you get a copy of these equations, which is just all the equations that you need for the exam on it, but they give you a copy of it so you don't have any notes on it or anything. So you do really need to know what those are, because basically the way they work like this it just says units 1 through 7, and it's all the equations. They don't have any context or anything, so you do need to know what they are. So as you can see, level 1 and level 2 are quite different in terms of how they're both graded and how it all works and the exams and everything. It's a lot more challenging on level 2. So I thought if that's level 2, level 3 is even going to be worse. So might as well take an extra year to do everything okay. And last year and this year I'm doing 90 credits. So hopefully next year I'll only do 60, which is what you're supposed to do for part-time. But because I did 90 last year and this one, I can shorten my part-time time to 1 year. So 5 instead of 6. I'm rambling a little bit. I wanted to show you my notebooks because I haven't shown you that before. So what I do to take notes is just take all the online content for S217, and I have this notebook here. I just take notes on it as you would. I do try to do some examples on it and do write everything that seems important. I know that's like very basic and you're gonna be like, that's how you take notes. But it does help me, and you sometimes find it difficult to go back to the key areas in the unit because you have to go through all the different... You're not flipping pages basically, you're going through different... You have to click and remember where everything was. And if your internet's slow, mine's a bit slow, so it's a bit annoying. So I find it a lot more helpful to have it written down. And yeah, last year I didn't really take notes, or I took them on the computer, so on a Word document, but I never went back to them because it was also a pain. So I find that having it physical and, you know, like being able to flip the pages is helpful for me. So if you're taking notes on a computer or on an iPad or anything like that, and you're not finding it the most helpful that you could, then maybe do it on an actual notebook, because I do really like this a lot more. And it's a lot easier when I'm doing my TMAs and stuff to go back to the physical thing while I have my TMA on the computer, because I do send them digitally and I do write them on Word instead of by hand. So I do find it helpful to have the questions. So when I do a TMA, I do have the screen split in half, and when I have the actual TMA, what I'm writing on it, so the questions, my answers, and then I have my notebook with me as well with all my notes, and a pen and paper to do all the questions and stuff by hand before I type them. Because with typesetting, this year you have to do a lot more typesetting, so if you do it online and you do type your stuff on Word, you do need to do a lot of typesetting, which you get taught how to do that on MST 125 in the second unit, so that's okay, but it takes a lot longer to do than writing it down. So if I do it first written down and make sure I know what I'm doing, I just can copy it to the computer, and that's a lot easier for me. Also, another thing, I never really used my tutor for anything last year. I didn't really have a need for it, but this year I have for the level 2 class for S217. There's been a couple things that I didn't really understand fully, and I've asked my tutor to help me with it, and she's been really helpful, and a lot more helpful than I thought she was going to be as well, so that's really good. And because I thought she was going to be vague with things because it had to do with things that were in the TMA, so I thought she wasn't really going to help me that much, but she did, and it was really good and really helpful. If anyone's wondering, I know some people have tutors that are not that helpful, so maybe, I don't know. My experience so far has been great, so that's all that I can say for it. And yeah, overall I'm still really liking it. I think it's a great university to do, especially if you're doing a full-time job at the same time, or you're a mom or something, you don't really have your full day to do this, or even if you do but you just don't like going to traditional university, I guess, then I do think it's a great idea. My second year has been okay so far. I don't know, like I said, my level 2 class is a lot more challenging and it has a lot more work. It's a lot more work than the other ones, so I've been having to manage my time a lot better, and I do find myself getting behind on the schedule that you're supposed to be on. Catching up now with Christmas and stuff, but I do find it a lot more challenging, and yeah, something to think about if you thought, like me, that you could do it in a lot less time. So that's everything that I wanted to tell you guys in this update today. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below. I'll of course reply to every one of you. If I have loads of questions, I could do a Q&A, but I doubt it. So just let me know in the comments and I will reply there, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!